Our wildlife pond were built in Hibernaculum by UK amphibians and all things wildlife. Part 38. Our wildlife pond tour in November 2023, and something amazing has happened in our wildlife pond. It's the 2nd of November 2023 and we have a little walk around our wildlife pond at night. It's 9 degrees outside and also quite windy as well. Here we take you on a tour around the wildlife pond. As you can see, there's a newt just swimming away in the pond there. If you look closely enough you can see it. If you haven't seen part 1 on how we built our wildlife pond and its hibernaculum, the stone area here, what we're walking past, is all the hibernaculum area. So if you search for part 1, you can see how we built the full wildlife pond and its hibernaculum area. Walking around the wildlife pond at night, as mentioned before, is the best time to spot any amphibians around the pond, as they will normally come out at night time, as it's a lot safer away from predators. Looking closely in the wildlife pond, you can see a few baby newts that have hatched out of eggs this year. And here it is. I just can't believe it. Look close. And I never thought I would actually see this amphibian in my wildlife pond ever. I have mentioned it in previous videos, but today, or tonight should I say, is a special night for me. I couldn't believe it when I spotted this newt walking around the edge of my wildlife pond. Can you guess what it is yet? It's the newt I've been wanting to arrive in my pond for many years, and tonight I finally spotted it. I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw this, and I still can't believe my eyes now. Do you know what it is yet, guys? It's a great crested newt. I haven't a clue how it's got here. There is ponds quite close to me that does have these in, so I'm wondering if it's come on that from the ponds that way and made its way here. I've also known newts to come on pond plants when pond plants have been planted in the pond. And I have bought quite a few pond plants over the years, so it could have been an egg which is hatched out on a pond plant and grown on in the pond, and I've never ever seen it before. There is quite a few ways the newt could have got here, so I'm really unsure, but I don't care, to be honest, because I'm one lucky person today. And I finally got this great crested newt walking around the edge of my pond. This one is a female. It's quite easy to tell because looking at it now, it's got no crest. Yes, they do lose the crest when it's not breeding season, because it's not breeding season now. But the main way I can tell, with it not being a male great crested newt, it doesn't have its white markings down the back of its tail. I can also pick this up here, and by looking underneath the newt, the other sign to tell that it's a female is by the underneath. If you look closely at the genital area, it's got a white area. The males do have a darker area in the genital area, and it's more bulky to prove that it's a male. Holding the newt here, if you can see closely enough, at the back end of the newt, its long tail, the males have a long white marking, and this one hasn't got one, so it's definitely a female. Also, another tip to find out it's a female is quite chunky, which I'm hoping this guy has laid some eggs in my pond this year. But we need a male to fertilise the eggs first for the eggs to be fertile. So I'm hoping we do have a male great crested newt in our pond too. If we don't, the eggs can't get fertilised and we won't have any baby newts in our pond. So let's hope, wish and pray that we do have some male newts and some more female newts in the pond, so we can have plenty more eggs in the future. If we don't, I'm not really bothered, because I'm just happy to at least have the one newt. And isn't she beautiful? I just can't believe how lucky I am tonight to spot this female great crested newt in my pond. Obviously, with it being November, the newt must have been in the pond earlier this year, and she decided to come out now to find refuge, hopefully in the Hibernaculum here, to overwinter and hibernate here, and hopefully come out back next year. And let's hope and pray we've got some males in the pond so she can breed with them, and then we can have loads of baby great crested newt babies in the pond. But if not, I'm not bothered. As long as I get to see this beautiful great crested newt every year from now on, I'll just be happy enough with that. Just can't believe this, guys. Here's quite a few more pictures for you to look at, as I took plenty, because we never know, we might never see her again. Once she hibernates over winter, she's got to survive the frost, she's got to survive if she ventures out onto the roads, she's got to survive plenty of predators. So they do have it hard, do the amphibians. But hopefully we will get to see her again next year, which will be amazing once again. Isn't she just beautiful? The bright yellow markings underneath the female great crested newt. This yellow colour underneath the female, or it's underneath the males as well, is to help it scare off any predators. By having it a bright colour, it will deter quite a few predators from eating this. It also shows signs of it being poisonous, so many things leave it alone. It's the 8th of November 2023. Here's the aerial view of our pond in November. It's currently 9 degrees outside today, and as you saw it, our surprise earlier in November was when we found the female great crested newt. And as you can imagine, I've been searching high and wide in the pond now to see if I can see any baby great crested newts, or any male great crested newts, or any more female great crested newts in our pond. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any larvae too, but with it being a large pond, hopefully there is some in there that can be hiding in our pond. I've put some bottle traps in there to see if I could catch any, and all I've caught, to be honest, is palmate newts and smooth newts in our wildlife pond. And a couple of overwintering tadpoles too. But I will keep searching and searching, and hopefully we will find a male great crested newt in our pond, so we know at least we've got a male and a female, and they can obviously breed in years to come, which will be amazing. Looking around the wildlife pond from our aerial view today, you can see a lot of the plants are starting to die off now, with it getting closer to winter time. If you're looking in the pond, a lot of the yellow flag iris has gone and died off now. All the other plants, the lily plants are still showing, but obviously the flowers are not flowering, with it being near winter time now. So all the flowers have gone to seed, ready for next year in springtime to start flowering again. It's the 9th of November 2023, and the temperature outside today is 9 degrees, and it's got a light rain forecast, and it's currently cloudy. Walking around the wildlife pond, we still do have some greenage from the bird's foot trefoil there. We have still some fungi growing around the edge of the wildlife pond. And my main thing in November is checking for more amphibians. As you saw earlier in the video, we found a great crested newt, so my main focus lately has been searching to see if we can see any more in and around the pond, so hopefully I know we have a good chance of them breeding next season. This stone area here is all the Hibernaculum area, which was built in 2021 along with the pond. Looking in the pond, you can see most of the pond plants dying off now. A lot of the plants have gone to seed, like the purple loosestrife there. The water mint has gone to seed, and this is all the yellow bird's foot trefoil that's still got a bit of greenage to it, but that will start to die off soon as the weather gets colder. Over the past few days, I've set up a few more bottle traps to see if I can see or catch any more newts, to find out if we've got any more great crested newts in the pond too. The plant there was the field scabious. This plant here is the wild carrot growing up. This plant here is a cuckoo flower, or lady's smock it's called. So these are quite a few plants that will be flowering early next year. This plant here is a Yaris plant. The seed heads on this plant here are the wild majoran plant. So if you leave the seed heads over winter like I do, it will be a good food source for all our birds in the garden. This plant here is a lavender. This plant here is a red campion plant, which you'll have seen early on in the videos. It's got a nice purpley pink flower to it, and it comes up in early spring and April. And here we have a lovely robin. Well, it's not really a robin, it's just one of my little statues I've got knocking around the garden to liven things up. Pond is looking nice and clear. Still a bit of algae on the edge. Some more fungi growing around the edge of the pond here. As mentioned before, the fungi grow because of the wood around the edge of the pond and the damp conditions at the minute. This is our dragonfly perch. It was a great idea given by Joel Ashton from Wild Your Garden, so thank you Joel for that one, because it does work. You'll have seen on previous videos when I've had dragonflies in the garden that they land on it, and they obviously use it by landing on it. And mentioned before, they use it to keep the height over the pond to look out for insects so they can catch them and eat them, and also keep an eye on any predators that might be after the dragonflies. The purple flower there is a Verbena bonariensis. These are one of the last plants that flower in our garden in the year. So all this stone wall here is all the Hibernaculum, which should be getting plenty of use now as the weather's getting colder. So all the amphibians will be going in there to hibernate. Not only just amphibians, could be mammals, insects, anything that lives around the garden that needs to overwinter and hibernate can go in that and save themselves over winter from the freezing frosts. It's the 13th of November 2023. The temperature outside is 11 degrees and it looks like a storm is brewing. The rain is starting to come down fast and hard now. It's really windy, so it looks like another storm at our wildlife pond. You see how windy it is on our plants growing around the edge of the pond, how much it's blowing it about. Been going out on a few more nights since we saw the great crested newts as well. Checking around the pond, see if we can see any more, but it's doubtful we'll find much more now, as a lot will start hibernating, so all the amphibians will start their journey to hibernate. Any baby new Fs will have come out of the pond and made their way to hibernate too. So you can see a lot of the moss is growing on the sides of the pond too, with it being more damper conditions, as the moss thrives in these conditions. If you remember when we first built this pond, there was hardly any plants in it, and look how well it started to get established now, with all the different types of plants in our wildlife pond growing throughout the year. So if you haven't seen any of our other videos, guys, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell and search for part 1, and you can watch the complete pond build and how we build the Hibernaculum. And not only that, once you've subscribed, give us a comment and a like too, and also find our playlist, which will show you from day 1 when we built our wildlife pond to now in November, how it's developed over the years. Honestly guys, it's a great watch, and if you've time to sit down, watch through all our videos, and you can see from how we had no plants at all to start with, and how plants and wildlife, amphibians and things are thriving in a wildlife pond now. It's the 30th of November 2023, and as you can see, winter weather is starting to come. It's 3 degrees outside and it's starting to snow today. So hopefully all our amphibians are tucked up inside our Hibernaculum here. It's great to show you guys how the pond looks in different times of the year. Obviously it's snowing quite early this year in November, but it'll be soon December and the weather will be getting colder and colder now. So it's no doubt in my mind all the amphibians will be tucked up in here in our Hibernaculum here, getting ready to hibernate for over winter time. The snow is starting to settle on top of the Hibernaculum. This will help insulate the Hibernaculum and will keep it warm for over winter time for all the amphibians to hibernate in. So the start of winter is coming. With the snow, with the colder temperatures, we're just hoping and praying all our lovely amphibians, insects and other wildlife that will hibernate in the Hibernaculum here are all safe and tucked up ready. If you haven't seen how we built our wildlife pond, once again guys, search for part 1 after this video and you can see the complete pond build. If you want to watch our playlist, where we still have part 1 at the beginning of it, and then if you follow the playlist, watch all the videos through, it will show you from day 1 when we built the wildlife pond to now, which is November 2023. So it shows from 2021 to 2023, all on the playlist. This is part 38 guys. Stay tuned for part 39, which is coming out quite soon. And here we need to show you the main surprise today in our video was a lovely female great crested newt that come out of our wildlife pond, or it could have actually come to visit our wildlife pond, we don't know, but this is just amazing. So stay tuned for part 39 guys. Make sure you comment, like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos like this, and hit the notification bell too, which will keep you updated to our new videos when they come out. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and comment on all our videos, and don't forget to subscribe to see more amazing content like this by UK amphibians and all things wildlife today.